Myself Pooja Soni. Here is an example of responsive sign-in and sign-up form with validation. With this example, we are going to learn three things. First thing is responsive design. Responsive design is the design which fits any device width. So, looking at this example, you can see that the page is fully responsive. It adjusts itself according to the width of the browser. The second thing which we are going to learn is tab style. Here are two tabs, sign in and sign up. Tab style, sliding sign in and sign up form. And third thing which we are going to do is to validate this form. So before we start, you should have a basic knowledge of HTML, CSS and a little bit of jQuery. If you are not sure about jQuery, don't worry, this is very simple to understand. Now let's get started. Here is a web tutorial folder which contains the. Let's make another folder and name it as responsive form to perform this example. I am going to perform this example in Sublime Text Editor. You can perform in any text editor whichever you feel comfortable. Let's open a folder which we have made recently. The name of the folder is responsive form. Okay. As you can see here, the folder is completely empty. So let's create a file and save it as index.html. The basic layout of any HTML is this one. Let's give it a title as responsive form. The first step of any website design includes the viewport meta tag. Metadata contains the information about the content of the page. Now, the name of this meta tag is viewport. Viewport modifies the browser viewing area. Now, the content of this page should have width is equal to device width and the initial scale of this page is kept as a 1. Means while the page is opening, the scale is kept as 1:1 ratio. The page should not be zoomed in or zoomed out form. The default scale is disabled here. Come back to our demo form. You can see here the page is entirely divided into three parts: header, main content and footer. So let's code it. We are going to use HTML5 text for coding purpose. So header has an ID header and the content of header is an h1 tag, that is responsive sign in and sign up form with validation. Main content in section area with ID main content and footer with ID footer, and it contains the content in P, that is developed by Pooja Soni. Now let's come back to our form for main content. Look here, in main content area, here there is one block. Let's call this block as a container. You can see here the container is divided into two parts. One part have tabs, that is this, both tabs, and second part have forms. You can see here there are two forms. So let's do it. Now in main content we have to take one container in a div tag. That container have two parts. One contains tabs. Let's call it as a tab box, and another part have forms. Let's call it as a form panel. Now two tabs in container are sign in and sign up. So a sign in tab, yes, and another tab is sign up tab. Forms panel have two forms, sign in form and sign up form. We are going to take this both form in separate div tags. So first div tag for sign in form is sign, which has an id sign in box, which have form with id sign in form, and action is nothing, method is equal to post. Same div tag for sign up form with an id sign up box and form sign up form, and method is equal to post. Now sign in box have two fields, email and password. Instead of wasting time, I am copying it from an original form. Sign up form have fields username, email, password and confirm password. So pasting. Look, we had taken class is equal to text field for all the input boxes and class is equal to button for all the buttons. So our default HTML layout is ready. So let's view it in a browser. First we have to save this document. Now view it in our HTML document. Look, this is the entire HTML document which has all the content which is in this form and this form. Okay.
Here I am accomplishing my part of series. I hope I had cleared your concept, and if you have any doubt regarding this tutorial, feel free to ask in the comment box below. And if you dislike something, please mention in the comment box below. I will surely try to improvise my faults. And yes, to continue learning, like, comment and subscribe.